Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and today we have a monumental task on our hands. This is going to be the Mermaid makeover. Now what we've got going on here is an absolute mess. This character has been playing the game for quite some time. If you've been in either of the Discords, mine or the official one, then I'm sure you know about the man, the myth, the Mermaid. Now I'm going to point you out some of the things that we need to work on this account, and this is an extreme version. A lot of you might be doing the same thing, and if you are, even if it's to a lesser degree, then I hope that when we go through these things, and this is going to be a series because we ain't getting this done in one video, I hope that if you see any of these things, then you will start to make a change in your own account, and you'll get the benefit from seeing what should be done compared to what generally people are allowing to happen. First things first, we're well into the next day and server reset is only 4 hours away, and we haven't even gone into our Hall of Fame yet. Haven't checked in, haven't picked up any of the quests, which basically means nothing else has been done. It just hasn't been logged into at all. I guess that's fine. Not everybody's going to log in every day, but if you want to get the most that you can get and you want to be an efficient free-to-play player, then you should be doing this every single day and you should try to complete them. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, but you should be trying. If you did catch my stream the other day, then you know just how bad we've got it here, but this account is almost 500 days old. We can tell that by the logins. It's important to make that distinction because, of course, there's going to be gaps in playtime here and there. But we do have 720 hours played. Now, even though that is the case, the districts are just not taken care of at all. It is only the first of our worries, but it is definitely a worry. Now, we have a full team here that's essentially 15 stars, but we only have one character that's actually level 700. That's not great either. And of course, I did ask Mermaid to reset this level 700 male Ignis and move that over to the male Akuna, but we have not seen that happen. You are going to see me being hard on Mermaid about this because if I'm going to put in all of this work to help somebody out, I expect them to be working just as hard as I am to get the situation resolved. Now, maybe if this series goes well, some other lucky viewer will get the same treatment that this account is going to get, and hopefully by the end of it, we see a massive change in what's going on with this account. So, stick with me, will ya? Now, for our districts, for some reason, we have over 2 billion food just chilling, just straight up chilling. We got 2,700 of these building orders just hanging out doing nothing, and we don't even have our districts all leveled up to 20, which we're going to take care of in this video. But for an account to be nearly 500 days old and still have somebody in the districts that's under 4,000, not great. That is really not great, and that's why this is the first thing we're addressing. We can't get our team leveled all the way up because we don't have the gold, and we don't have the gold because our districts aren't taken care of. If you wait this long, you could spend 500 days and still not have a team that's capable of being max level. Or you could take care of things and log in more often and collect your district's taxes, but that's up to you. So I am just gonna make a note here that we're at 436K a minute. We have done some changes and we made a little bit of progress on stream, but we're doing most of it here in the series. So we're just gonna call the 436K our starting point, and we'll see what we make it all the way up to. Now, we don't actually have that many charm items, but we are going to be spending our charm, and we're going to be trying to stop at specific nodes. It's okay to go for a more expensive node rather than always going for the cheapest, as long as you can actually make it to the new node that's higher level. You don't want to stop in between them. It doesn't do much for you. On top of that, we're sitting on 129 million charisma for reasons that remain to be seen, and we have over 700 vigor potions, which Mermaid is expecting me to click through. I'm going to probably do that just for the purpose of the video because I want to show you guys what it's going to be like, but don't let it get this bad. Why are you saving them? This is you waiting for the queen to come have tea and then you're going to spend them? Stop it. Just use them. Save 10 to 20. You don't need to do this. Also, being almost 500 days into our account, we don't have all of our district companions to mythic yet, so we're going to be using this companion summoning event to try to do that. And a pro tip for you, why are you sitting on all of these 654 summons? That's free intimacy. You could be getting these higher level. That's going to get you higher level in your celestial bonds, so it directly impacts the strength of your teams, and it could give you the mythic items that you need so that you can unlock these very special passive bonuses in the Celestial Bonds. So what are you waiting for? Now, it used to be that these didn't reset and you couldn't just buy as many as you wanted to buy, but now you can. You should not expect for these to get their new champions that came out after the base game, and then you'll get those companions that way. It's not going to happen. You need to just use them for the intimacy. Be happy that you're getting that. You'll get all of the companions up to Mythic, and then your Celestial Bonds will be doing better. Please do that. Currently, we have an intimacy challenge going, so I'm going to use those summons to get all of that intimacy, and I'm going to spend all of the favorability tokens so that we can get some sort of progress on here. We'll probably complete all of the quests inside. And luckily, we have charm and districts going on in the seasonal ones from Conquest of Sakkad. That's just a random, crazy happenstance. It's lucky that we're getting bonuses for all of the things that I'm going to do today. But I will tell you this, if I did not have these bonuses active and my account was this far behind, I would absolutely just do it anyway. Don't worry, don't wait for the challenges. You are ruining your account by waiting to do that. If your account is in order and you're on top of everything, then spending your materials at the right time is absolutely a best practice, and you should try to do it whenever you possibly can. But don't, if your house is in ruin, you don't just wait until the best Sunday of the month to clean your house. You start cleaning right away because you need to make progress, and that's what we're going to do here today. So step number 1, all of the companion summons that an account could ever possibly need. Are you ready, kids? By the way, spoiler alert, allow yourselves to be happy when you get a ×5 in here. Otherwise, these summons are going to be real boring. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Oh, and it is doing it a lot. Wow, we actually did it. And yes, I'm doing even the singles because there's no point. There's no point to wait, so just do it. Now that I did all of that, I'm gonna buy all of the copies for the people who are in my districts. I'm also gonna buy all of the copies for the Fulgurs even after I've got the Mythic for my districts, and that's because we can get them up to level 22 hulking, which we want to have on our team. Probably gonna wear out my entire mouse trying to do this, but hey, it's for a good cause. Some say he lost his mind that day having to click so many times. Some say he never had a mind to begin with. Amazing, we've done the thing. And now we're gonna click every single one of these that we can possibly click to get as much intimacy as we possibly can, because why are we waiting? 2,000 intimacy from these, by the way. That got us close, but we need to be able to make mythics in these slots, and the reason that I'm doing this first is so that I can produce free ones with free courting instead of having to use bouquets the entire time, because I don't even know how many of those I have on this account. Wow, we hit mythic, and look at this, we get all this stuff that we needed and wanted anyway. It's amazing! Yet there is of course more to do here with our Fulgur. And yes, we are going to buy companion packs, and no, I didn't bother asking because the whole point is that I'm fixing the account, so I'm gonna do it the right way. And there we go, another one mythic, another step down the line of our constellation stones, and we have 5 of them, which means we can probably get some upgrades. Unfortunately, we were only left with 7 bouquets, so it's gonna be pretty hard for us to make all of the champions that we need to make. What are you gonna do? Now we want to get all of our slots unlocked so that we can actually put people into our districts. We have our harbor district at level 25, yet we still don't have all of our slots unlocked in all of these ones that are level 15. I'm not sure what the thought process was on that one, but I guess just spending resources to spend them at that point. It's very sad to see the state of these districts, but I am going to just have to put in whoever I can put in for now, and unfortunately that's worth 876. Not ideal. We're out of construction plans for now, but we got 3 extra district slots unlocked. If we hadn't put the extra point in Market District and the extra 5 points in this Harbor District, we probably would have gotten level 20 on both of the other ones, and we would have had all of our district slots open, and that would have been really great for our total collections. But we've already gained 10k, and we've barely even gotten started here. Now I need to go spend some extra charm and get some charisma going. We've spent our charisma, and I am not looking forward to it, but we're gonna spend 700 of these now. If you want to know how that feels live, then you can check out my previous live stream. I think it's called Account Reviews or something. Spoiler alert, it ain't that great, but we did have fun on the stream even though that's true. Wow, I'm dead inside, but I'm still doing this. And you should really not ever do this to yourself because you are going to hate it. But when you do this, which you should be doing on a weekly basis at least, clearing out your vigor potions, try to leave yourself like 10, 15 of them. If the people on your server in the towers are making it so you need to carouse 15 times a day, of course save more of them. On this account, I'm going to save 0 of them. Why? Because Mermaid doesn't clear out any of his stuff ever, and he doesn't even do the daily quests most of the time, from what I'm gathering. I've never logged into this account and had any of them done. So I'm just going to use it, and I'm going to do the best I can do right now. There we go. 25 billion charisma. I wish I was exaggerating. Now I have to go put that in on everybody. Hooray! I've been working on the railroad. This ram I clicking as fast as heck, boy. Fast as heck, what you gonna do, boy? You gotta entertain yourself while you're doing this, because otherwise you will actually lose your mind. Don't let it build up this much. Now, I just looked at a couple of these that were maxed out already with the Doombringer and the Devala companion. There was only one in each of the slots instead of having all 3, just like this one. Except for those ones, they were maxed out. And this one had like 30 levels in it. I don't understand what's going on. For people who don't know, there is a ratio that you're trying to achieve while you're doing this. And that is that you want the middle row to be your baseline. You want the top row to cost half as much as the middle row. You want the third row to be twice as expensive. That's right, we're basing it on the cost, because you get 4 points each time you level up the top row, 8 for the second row, and 16 for the third row. So if you keep those ratios of cost, you'll be getting your points for the lowest amount possible at all times. It's never going to be perfect because you don't get to select the number that it's going to go up to for the next cost. But just try to keep it somewhat close, people, and don't max out one guy and have the other one at level 30 when they're both on the top row. And then we've got this one where there's 2 dudes that literally he's had access to for a year. And for some reason, they're not even activated. Make it make sense. Amazing. We finally got through all of our charisma, and it was time consuming. I'll just put it that way. I'll put it that way. Now, I didn't do the ratios perfectly. Why? Because I was using a macro, and I wasn't going to sit here and look at it for the rest of my life. So, you get what you get, Mermaid. I hope you're happy with that. Now we're going to go spend all of our bread, and then we're going to have a look and see what kind of improvements we've made on this day. Alrighty then. We have spent all of our bread, and we're going to be getting might messages across the top of our screen until we are 94 years old. But it's the moment of truth. We've gone through, we've done our charm, we've done all of our carousing, we put in all of our charisma, we spent all of our bread. We leveled up some of our districts so we could get another person slotted in, but we have not actually made all of our district champions, and that is going to be for the next video because it's time consuming and there's a lot that you might need to know about the process. So for today, I spent a couple of hours on this, not even kidding you. Don't let it build up. Guys, it's so easy if you just take care of it at the time. You don't need to let it build up. You're not helping your account by doing that. You're holding it back by a lot, so stop it. Just spend the resources. If you think you can get first place in a challenge, then try to. But if you're not trying to do that, stop holding on to resources for no reason. Alright, drum roll please. Boom! 605k, up from 436. That's a pretty big improvement. That's 170k a minute, and we have not even addressed the elephant in the room of not having the right champions in any of these slots. None of them. And I would bet you, I'm just going to check. I'm going to look for the 10-star female Akuna. I bet I'm not going to see anything on there like a noble or confident. 10-star female Akuna. Not a noble or confident to be seen. So obviously we've got a lot of work to do in that direction. Now, also, if you're 15 stars and you're getting level 700 champions, and you have 0 vigor to your name, that's a problem. We don't like that at all. We do not like that, not even a little bit. At that stage of the game, you should at least be trying to get to 50 on your biggest guy at a bare minimum. And realistically, you probably want that on the whole team, and you should be bumping up to 70 plus on your main character that you care about doing damage, if you can possibly do it. Yes, it's very expensive to do that, but that's what we're going to be working on in the future as well, because we're not just fixing districts, we're trying to fix the whole account, and it's going to take a lot of time, but we're going to keep working at it. Now, what's really sad to me about this account is the one resource that we've been spending is all of our gold boxes. Why are you spending gold boxes when you have no districts in order at all? You know that you're not working on your districts. Don't spend your gold boxes. When you make a big push to make your districts good again, and you ascend all the characters in there, you got all the traits on there, you spent all your resources to get it as high production as it can be, then you spend your gold boxes and you get exponentially more from them. I would be getting so many billions. So many billions. The entire main team would be level 700. We'd be having a great time. If we didn't just recently, for no reason, spend this, I don't know why that happened. Probably because Mermaid is suffering for gold quite a bit. So, please don't spend any more of those, Mermaid, if you're watching, because I want to be able to spend them after we get all the correct champions in there. And then you're going to be at, I don't even know, 700 or 800k per minute. Because I have a feeling if we have the fodder, that's the main thing. We need the fodder to be able to ascend the characters. But if we have it, or we can find it somehow, then we're going to be able to have an absolutely huge setup for our districts, and it's going to be great. Now, lest you think we forgot, we are going to use our celestial bonds that we unlocked in this video just really quickly, and I doubt that we're going to have enough gold to get very far on it, because our gold is a huge issue, so we're going to have to come back and spend this over time, but that's fine. Now, since we're on the cusp of getting a level 4 trait and activating the secondary bonus on it, and we have enough to do that, I am going to go ahead and do that and get our entire team a nice 5% damage bonus when they're fighting somebody that has half health. And yes, our might things are still going through, even though there's been long breaks of me talking and just sitting around. Literally had a chat with my wife. It's crazy. I did so much clicking. I want a frickin' medal. For the day with working on this account, we got 170k increase in our district income per minute, and I think that's a pretty good start. We've got a lot of work to do. We got to work on equipment and traits and teams and ascending the right people, and of course our district champions. So if you want to stay tuned for this multi-part series, then please do subscribe. And hey, if you appreciate all the work that I'm putting in, then liking and sharing the video is the best way that you can help out the channel. For now, I want to thank you for watching the video. I have been RagePanda1, and I will see you in the next one.